Alright, just started recording. Really wish we would have won a coin flip as always, but this hand's actually just like fantastic, right? We've got Ghostblade Duelist on 1, we've got Ebony Pawn on 2, we've got Whirling Brutalizer on 3. Opponent looks to be playing the Diamond Wild Life Gain deck. A second Whirling Brutalizer, sign me up. We even got Crackling Vortex here, so next turn I'm actually just going to activate Yotul right away and do 2-4. Arena regular? Well, So what's the most optimal sequence for damage here? I think it's actually playing the arena regular, because then we get to activate this next turn, and then this does 4. Yeah, I'm just going to activate this, and then play the arena regular. For my subs, make sure you check your messages. I posted something on there about a new thing that I'm going to be trying out. I've got a sub-only Discord chat server that we're going to be trying. All right, Sight of the Sun. This I have to kill. This just gives him infinite. So this card, he activates it to replenish all resources he spent, and he gains 1 life for each one spent that way. So, have to burn Crackling Bolt on that, I think. I'm going to go ahead and activate this. And unfortunately, it's not going to be resource efficient to kill this turn, but he's just going to gain way too much advantage. Way too much advantage if this sits in place. So let's just nip this in the butt. And the Crackling Bolt still does 2 to my opponent because I gain a charge, which does 1 with this, and then Yotul does 1 as well. So let's go ahead and activate this guy and attack for 2 here. And you can see, again, we're on the draw this game. If we were on the play, he would be super dead by now. There's a Runear Hierophant. That's fine. Don't really care about that. Opponent's probably going to be dead before the Runear Hierophant is relevant. I'm going to activate Yotul again here. So we play this shard out, which does 2 with Arena regular. This guy does 2 to my opponent. We play Whirling Brutalizer here, and he has to block with his Runear Hierophant, or he's dead. Because this does 3, and then we have 5 points of damage coming across. The Arena regular represents more damage faster than the Pawn does because it can play the Vortex out. It also gave us an opportunity, like if we would have played the Pawn, we wouldn't have had the regular out the turn we killed this with the Crackling Bolt. Alright, has Crocosaur. So I guess if he has, again, this is the difference on the play versus... Oh wait, he's still just dead, right? Because we have Ebony Pawn plus this and another resource. I say play versus the draw, but he's actually just dead and it doesn't matter. Let's just play this out and not show him that we have all the things. This is our second blood threshold, and then we kill him. So again, that, like I said, that hand was very good, and it definitely showed that hand was very good. I don't like Vampiric Kiss in this matchup. I obviously like Emberspire Witch. It's coming. It's gonna be slow and steady. We're not the beard's gonna come back. Don't worry. I kind of like cutting the Ghostblade Duelists in this matchup because they often bring in Succulent Cluckodon. I really don't want him eating my 1-drop. I could bring in Electrofry. That doesn't seem awful. It kills rabbits on the draw. Maybe a random Heat Wave. An extra Burning Tendrils could be okay. Maybe Burning Tendrils and I'll bring in an extra Darkspire Priestess because this card blocks and it does damage when it blocks. So I think I'm gonna try this configuration. So we've cut Ghost Blades and the Vampire Kisses, and I'm bringing in Electrofried, the extra Burning Tendrils, and the Emberspire Witch and the extra Priestess. I want to put Psy in chat. This hand's not great. Ebony Pawn's really good in this matchup, though. Ebony Pawn's just like good in general. It only gets Champa Sword. It doesn't get killed by most other things. I think I'm gonna keep this. This might be a little loose, but we've got like plenty of charges, and these things push a reasonable amount of damage. Burning Tendrils is a good draw. This hand's really bad against a turn 2 Hierophant, but like a lot of our hands aren't good against a turn 2 Hierophant, so I don't think we'd mulligan based on whether or not it's good against turn 2 Hierophant or not. Yeah, Chlorophilia. That's good for him. That okay. So we had a that was what you could call a good series of draws there. Activate my pawn. Ship. If he plays a Succulent Cluckadon this turn, just Rainier Hierophant, sure. So I think we are. Yeah, we're just gonna race here. So we're gonna activate Yotul, activate Ebony Pawn, deal 2, play a Ruby Shard, play Whirling Brutalizer, ship for, and this is 6 if he doesn't block this. If he has Diamond Shard plus Infinite Tricks next turn, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. But other than that, we're doing okay. Doesn't have a Diamond Shard, so we're not getting Infinite Tricks this turn. Just, okay, that's annoying. So it fights this and he gains 2. So he's up to 16. So we're going to 16 and he's got a 3-3. Another Shard. That's fine. We drew pretty well to start. Obviously playing this out. Do I want to take 7 this turn? So if I take 7 this turn, then we're taking 8 guaranteed next turn, possibly more if he has another thing. If I Burning Tendrils this dork, then next turn we take 4, then the following turn. Yeah, so I think we're up a draw step if we Burning Tendrils this guy out. So let's go ahead and do that. Get our 5 in and pass the turn. We're like a turn behind here. Once again, play versus the draws. Yeah, we're just not going to beat the Chomps. Let's just go to the next game here. Get a game on the play. Yep, I'm pretty happy with the configuration I've got here. Yeah, I'm pretty content. Let's go ahead and submit. I'd like to go first. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Definitely keep. Got turn 1 Infusion Device, turn 2 Priestess, probably with Rage. Yeah, probably playing Priestess with Rage on 2. And Grand Platinum we have to pay for it. The latter you get to, you earn packs and gold, which you can sell both of those for Platinum. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, well, I'm actually just gonna play the Blood Shard out first, because my opponent has a Carnosaurus to fight my Darkspire Priestess on 2. I don't want to have given it Rage. What matchups do I board in the Heat Waves? I board in the Heat Waves against some of the, what's the word I'm looking for? I board in the Heat Waves against the Boris Blastforge deck on the draw usually, and the other like some more aggressive decks. I don't board them in a ton. I think I'm gonna activate Yotul here and just like hit him with these as well. This way, if he has a surprise to kill this, he can possibly take 4. So let's attack for up to 3 here. He just takes it. Okay, sweet. So this Crackling Bolt's going to deal 4 to my opponent, putting him to 16. And then, do I want to burn him? I feel like if he had the Carnosaur, he would have played it last turn, so I'm just going to burn him this turn. So if he Carnosaurs this, I feel like he just drew it. Probably just like a Rainier Hierophant. Wow, straight nothing. I don't think, so again, this is one of the reasons why, you heard me talk about this a lot, that this deck wins so many games. I feel like a lot of people just keep really bad hands against us. Like, I don't feel like my opponent should have kept the hand that they have right now. The question is, am I activating Yotul this turn? I don't think I am. Yeah, I don't think I am. Look, my opponent just like, it's turn, you know, my turn 4 and my opponent just hasn't done anything. So am I gonna Ebony Pawn? Carnosaur it is double wild, correct, and that's why he didn't, he could have not had the wild, I guess, but either way, he didn't have it on 2, so if he had it, he had to draw part of it on 3. I could activate Yotul and then do 3, 4, 5 and put him to 4. And he's like, did this Crackling Bolt next turn. But I think I just want to pass here and then have the burn up in case he draws Carnosaur. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to pawn him and pass. It's like, Turn 4, do something. Yep, turn 4, Cluckodon, that's fine. Start my turn. Activate. Definitely activating my champion ability. So how much damage do I have that's direct? I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm actually just going to Crackling Bolt his Cluckodon here, which does 4 because of my Yotul activation, and gives me another charge back. I'm going to go ahead and ship with this guy for 5, activate this for 2, so he's going to 5 here, and I'm going to go ahead and burn him down to 2. My opponent is not terribly happy, but again, like he just said every match, like he should not have, or he or she should not have kept the hand that they kept. This was completely controllable on their part. Should not have kept the hand that they kept that game. All right. we're just gonna play burn until we get sick of it, and then we'll play some control probably. Hey Zentils, hey mortals. If you're one of my subs, make sure you check your Twitch messages. I sent details about a sub-only Discord server that I've got set up for talking about Hex and Magic. So, I'm trying to think about extra little perks I can do for my subs. I appreciate what you all do for me, and I think that seems like a good one. I kind of want to play Control now just because, like, these matchups are technically hard for this deck, but they're really good for the Control deck, like all these. Like, this is another ramp deck. Six have been Yotul. Okay, that's fair. I'm going to replace this no shard hand, obviously. And this hand's actually very good. We've got Pawn on 2 and a Brutalizer on 3. Can it be countered easier than this one? I just like playing this deck more than the Prophecy Burn deck. This deck is more of a small margins type deck than the Prophecy Burn deck. Like goes over the top of people more than this one does. But I enjoy playing this style of deck that the Yotul deck is more than I enjoy playing the Prophecy Burn deck. The latter, you just you play matches and you earn stars as you win matches, and then when you get enough stars, you earn rewards in the different ladder systems. Literally setting the entire ladder on fire. Yep. All right, we're gonna go and play. Do you want to play the Ebony Pawn on 2? I could play the Arena Regular on 2 here because then this can attack next turn as well. Yeah, I'm actually gonna play the Arena Regular on 2 because if this is worse if he has like a burn, but it's really good otherwise. And again, I'm assuming he has a 5-drop of some sort here. What's a hard counter to Yotul Burn? I don't think there's a hard counter to the Yotul Burn deck. This deck is super efficient at everything it does. That's terrifying. Huh. So this card, every time he plays a non-resource card, it gets +X+X, where X is the resources card's cost. I feel like I'm just playing Whirling Brutalizer this turn and passing. That feels bad. So, Whirling Brutalizer does 2 damage to every champion and troop that was dealt damage in the turn. I don't think the life gain deck's a counter to this. We literally just played against the life gain deck, and it's super clunky. So, I think we're just like playing the Shard, playing the Brutalizer, and passing here. Activate Pawn plus... So, I kind of want to set up the Whirling Brutalizer so I can Crackling Bolt this next turn and then Brutalizer to finish it off. So that way we can keep pushing damage. Pawn plus infusion device is more damage this turn, but I think it's less damage in the long run. Maybe he gets frisky with this next turn. We could just like activate this and play Shard for 2, Ebony Pawn for 2, Infusion Device for 2. I don't hate that either, I guess. And like maybe he attacks next turn and we get in with Brutalizer, because he does have to kill us. Yeah, I guess I kind of like that, just like doing chunks. And then he's almost dead. Yeah, I guess we're just like, I'm too focused on trying to get the Brutalizer down. So let's just do that. Let's just do our 6 this turn. This also doesn't, like, playing the Brutalizer exposes us to a Croc. Yeah, playing the Brutalizer exposes us to a Croc, which is bad. I'll skip attacks, not attacking my 2-1 into his 5-5. Main deck Cluckodon, that's fine. We're taking 9. Taking 9 here is more relevant than him gaining 4, in all honesty. So I could activate Yotul, Crackling Bolt his Dork. Yeah, I think so. I think the line here, Shard next turn, this turn would have been great. So I think we're supposed to, we're definitely activating Yotul, and I think the line here is just Crackling Bolt down this, he takes 2, attack with Arena regular, deal 2 with this. And then we have an opening to kill him next turn, possibly. Yeah. We're dead to him going Shard 5-drop next turn, but I think we're just like not beating that, so. Again, if we would have won the coin flip, this game would not be close, and having lost the coin flip, the game is close. That deck's so powerful on the play. No Shard? No Shard dealer? If he doesn't have a Shard, we're probably just going to kill him. Because this does... Oh, I guess we need a Shard next turn, right? If he doesn't have a Shard and we hit 1, we'll be in a great spot. Yep, Cheat Smith, that's fine. Hit me for 8. Great. Alright, so we hit Shard and he dies. If we don't hit Shard, does he still die? I don't think so. I think we're going to be short. Shard, one-time dealer. Burning Tendrils, does that do it? Burning Tendrils does 3 and 2, puts him to 7. 5, boop. So Crackling Bolt. Crackling Bolt does 3, 4. And this is 5, 6. Yeah, I think we're going to be short now. That's really unfortunate. So if we hit a resource this turn, he would have died because we would have gotten to activate Yotul. And then... No, we would have still been short if we activate Yotul. This would have been 6, 7, 8. No, because the Shard would have done 1 damage too. Yeah, the Shard would have been 1, 7, 8, 9 exactly. Killed him. I'm not missing anything here, right? Yeah, so bricking, well, I guess, would you like to concede? No, this only gains us 3, right? So that kills us even if he doesn't play anything next turn. Yeah, we're just dead. That's unfortunate. That's fine, we get a game on the play. So he had arguably his best card in the matchup, which is Cluckodon, and we missed our 4th Shard. So if we hit the 4th Shard or on the play that game, we could win. I think I'm just going to board the same way I boarded against the last opponent. The Ghostblade Duelists out, and the Electrofries, the extra Burning Tendrils, and the Darkspire and the Emberspire, which is in. And again, one of the changes, so I'm pretty happy with the main deck in this deck, but I wouldn't hate a 24th Shard. I think we lose more games like that one we just lost there, where I'm just like, the number of times where I've said like, oh, we really needed to draw a Shard this turn to kill my opponent, I think are far more often than the number of games where I'm like, oh, we drew too many Shards, so we died. So I think I would like a 24th Shard in the deck, possibly. Could even just be like a 3rd Crackling Vortex. Maybe another duel, if we want to help our colors a little bit. And go first. Upside to losing. This hand is a mulligan. This hand is a mulligan. Alright. Just not even gonna bother. And again, you're gonna have games like that where just like you don't have any decisions that matter, and that's just TCGs, and the only way to avoid that is to play chess instead of hex. Kagalichu, this matchup's pretty good. Third coin flip in a row. Yeah, some kind of benefit while mulliganing would be good. Like, you know, if this was Magic, I probably would have kept that 6 with a scry. But I mean, like, even with some kind of benefit while mulliganing, like, you're still going to have games where just, like, you don't do anything and you're done. Like, that's just the game. Yeah, I was pretty surprised when Card Hoarder announced that Chris Anderson was going to be the captain of their team. I like a lot of the people that are playing on their team, but I'm not sure Chris Anderson's a person you want representing your brand. 28 pieces away from playing chess. You're not wrong. This is a Cottontail Explorer, so opponent reveals the bottom 3 cards of their deck and puts all revealed resources this way into their hand. Oh, he's playing Jankbot. I just noticed there's 140 cards in my opponent's deck right now. And play this out. Play my Arena Regular and Arena Regular. It's unfortunate we don't... it's really unfortunate that we don't have a Blood Threshold. If we had a Blood Threshold, we'd activate this and do 8 damage with this Crackling Vortex. Ooh, that's annoying. Yeah, Kent is great. I love working with Kent. He's a really just good person. So this is super unfortunate. Because I can't activate Yotul, I can't just burn this out. So I have to spend a Crackling Bolt on this, which kind of feels bad. So Crackling Bolt down his Life Drainer, hit him for 1 with this, hit him for another with the Arena Regular. And again, the Crackling Vortexes might be a little bit greedy, but I think they help more than they hurt on average. Wrathwood Master Moss when this dies, transform it into that, and then so basically it doesn't die. Yeah, there's a difference between like expressing your emotions and getting DQ'd from an event because you like slammed a chair into a table and disrupted other matches going on. So I don't want to talk about Chris. This stream's not about him. Let's not let him take over our day. Blood. This was actually the worst draw on the deck. Even a crackling, another Crackling Vortex, or a Blood Shard to activate Yotul would have been great there. The fact that it was neither of those things kind of feels bad. Let's just play Ruby Shard and deal 2, and activate this and deal 1. Can you beat VK without Ember Power? Yeah, Yotul activation makes Crackling Bolt and Burning Tendrils kill Vampire King. They deal 4. So Yotul isn't just damage you're dealing to your opponent, it also increases damage that your cards deal to everything. This hand can't beat a VK right now, but the deck can in general, yes. Incoming Croc? No, that's fine. He had just had another Master Moss. Another burn. Alright, so this does 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can put my opponent to 1 right now. Is that what I want to do? Is that what I want to do? Right, so this does 4, it does 2 and 2, puts him down to 8, and then this puts him to 7, and this attack he blocks 1, it puts him to 5, and these can put him to 1. Prophecy Burn, play your cards out, but Croc and Extinction are waiting. You can board down in troops in this matchup. You can like cut Thunderfield Seer. I'd be down in the backswing. No, I can block with this. So like I don't have to activate this on my turn for not using Yotul activation. So I can play this and I don't have to spend these burns right now, so he doesn't actually know how dead he is. Yeah, so I'm just gonna ship with these. And like if he has a removal spell for this, I can always burn his Cottontail Explorer. And like I still have an Arena regular. Yeah, exactly. We can just wait to activate this. And if he has, like I said, if he has removal here, we block. And this, yeah, just like no blocks go to 1 here. If you like, he could have main deck Vampire Kiss just because he's on 100 and whatever cards, but I think that's fine. My opponent's playing a 150 card deck. There's just like everything in there. What do I want in general? Vampire Kiss isn't great against Blood Wild decks. Will I pre-order some cards? Maybe I'll pre-order cards from the new set. I don't know. I try to own as little Magic cards as possible. It's just like one of my life goals. Just don't own a ton of Magic cards. I think so. After we had a game without any blood thresholds, I think I'm actually going to bring in the Darkspire Tyrant in this matchup. I think Burn to the Ground's probably fine. I really don't like Emberspire Witch in this matchup. Like, Fight Dinos is less reason to bring in the Emberspire Witch. It's only really good against Succulent Cluckin', and like he's not doing anything consistently. I really only like this against the wild ramp decks. I don't like this in the vampire matchups. I like the Burn to the Ground. So like, I'd much rather just like answer vampire things like Burning Tendrils and Crackling Bolts and Burn to the Ground if they come up. Am I cut a Ghostblade Duelist? I haven't boarded this matchup since I added the Darkspire Tyrant and the extra Priestess to the board. So let's see how this feels. He's a ramp deck, sort of. Yeah, sort of is the optimal. Princess Jake with the 3-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Make sure you check your messages for the information about the, I'm blanking on the name, Discord server that I put up. I think we're supposed to mulligan this. This hand's just like medium, even if it draws shards. The only time I like to risk 1 Charters is if we have Whirling Brutalizer in it, because Whirling Brutalizer is just nuts. Yeah, I'm going to replace this. And this hand is great, so let's keep it. I mean, Oakenhenge isn't a tutor. That's functionally different. It's as close to a tutor as Hex has, but it's not actually a tutor. Discord's kind of like a combination of Skype and IRC. It has voice chat included in it. And something new I'm doing for my subs, basically I have just like a private chat server so they have access to me to ask questions and stuff like that when they want. So now here the question is, am I playing this on Blood and just playing out this Darkspire Priest, or am I just like waiting to play this Whirling Brutalizer next turn? I think I want to play the Whirling Brutalizer next turn, guaranteed. I think that's where I want to be in life. It's like TeamSpeak, but it also has an IRC client type thing in it, where there's a bunch of chat rooms. No play is excellent for us. Probably has removal here. Let's go ahead and play this and give rage to something. Alright, and now the question is, am I activating this turn? I think I'm holding off on this for a turn because this Whirling Brutalizer is pretty likely to die. Like, this is pretty likely to die, so I'd only get 1 point of damage off this activation. Also, if he has a Vampire King in his hand, I want to be able to activate plus Crackling Bolt to kill the Vampire King. I'm going to play the non-Rage Brutalizer out because, again, I think this is pretty likely to eat a kill here. Or a Vampire Kiss or something along those lines. Yep.
How many resource cards do I have to have in a 40 deck?
17. Alright, and it didn't die, so he technically missed a point of damage there. Because this one would have had Rage, but I felt like he probably had removal, but that could have been wrong. So I think I'm throwing this away for 2 points of damage. Oh, that attack is super aggressive, and I'm very happy with it. Transmog does not hit Coins of Kismet anymore, and that is a feature, not a bug. Just for reference. So I'm going to activate this and get another Rage. Nope, I want Rage on another random Orc. Who gets Rage? Hopefully not one of these idiots. Well, this one just says Rage 2 now. Well, that's excellent. So let's activate this. And do 2 points to my opponent, and then play the second Whirling Brutalizer out. Attack with both of these. Opponent takes 6 from just the attacks. And then he can trade here if he wants. And then he takes another 3. And then Crackling Bolt has him dead next turn. So this turns into a 2-2. So the Wrathwood Master Moss turns into a 2-2 and comes back into play. And then when this deals damage to me, it turns back into the 5-5. Basically, it's kind of an undying type thing. You gotta kill it twice right away. Alright, so he's putting Jankbot back into play. So this card is the reason why my opponent's playing a 150 card deck. It's a deck building restriction. You have to have 150 cards or more in your deck to play this card. And when this attack, it reveals 3 random cards from my opponent's deck and plays all of them for free. My opponent's just gonna die to this Crackling Bolt next turn, though. You're actually very correct, Immortals. I probably should have been getting blood with those. I'm not used to having, especially with these in my hand. Yeah, you're 100%. I definitely should have been getting blood thresholds there. Thankfully, we weren't punished for it. All right, gold 2. Got some gold. Gold for the gold 2. Just keep lighting people on fire while we work our way up here.
Hey everyone, Cedric Phillip.
I didn't mean to play that over my sound. I meant to copy a link. So, you heard Cedric Phillips in your ears there for a second. Apologies. I think this hand's actually pretty good in the mirror, so I'm going to keep it. I have 1 Darkspire Tyrant in my reserves, which I had boarded in that matchup. So let's play this out on Blood. It was loud on my side too. Apologies for that. I did not intend for it to play. I clicked on it thinking it would open the URL, and I forgot Twitch autoplay or Twitter autoplays things like that. Well, opponent doesn't have non-blood threshold so far, so that's good. All right, there's a ruby threshold. We're just like setting fire at any troop that he plays. Ooh, okay, so we're not actually playing a mirror here. So our opponent's deck is, or it's some kind of metagamed version, but they're not playing a literal mirror like I'd kind of expected. Hand's still probably fine. Burning Tendril Sack. Again, not activating Yotul. I like to try and get 2 points of damage out of every Yotul activation when I'm playing. Whirling Brutalizer. Okay, I'm just really confused as to what my opponent's deck's doing. This Whirling Brutalizer is not only uglier than ours, but it's only doing 3 points of damage, which sounds great. So they're going to go Priestess plus burn this next turn. Yep, I'm going to play this out again. I'm going to wait to play this until I know we're attacking with this dork. I'm going to wait to burn this on my opponent's turn, because I don't think I'm playing around something like Crushing Blow. Not that we're going to let him attack with it anyways, but it might force him to, like, burn me, expecting to get a trigger out of this. It does get cold without the beard. It's weird. I feel bad. Women have to live like this all the time. Their faces just must be cold constantly. What?
My opponent got a Hierophant in their Evo.
Yeah, you could just concede and go to your next match. My wife's playing Evo Sealed right now, and her opponent got a Hierophant in their pool. Alright, my opponent cleaved us, and my Darkspire did 3 damage to them. Again, that's why we waited on the Quash Ridge Rubble. Alright, let's play out the old Arena Regular here. I'm going to go ahead and activate Yotul here, because again, I'm going to get 2 points of damage out of it. We've got a lot of charges built up. Does 2 damage to them. I'm going to go ahead and kiss them down to 9. Would not be surprised if he has a removal for this. We got 2 damage out of it though. And again, when you're playing like burn mirrors, you just want to make sure you're getting the most damage out of everything you play. So if this card only does 2 damage, that's still fine. Yeah, I think he has to kill this card. And he did. And his activation got 2 points of damage in. That's fair, Elf Archer, I guess. So our hand is not great right now. We have to kill this because it represents a repeatable source of damage for our opponent. I'm not going to play these out because we could draw another Arena Regular, and then these represent points of damages once we draw that. Opponent is lower than us, but still has gas in the tank, and he has this Blood Infusion device sitting on the table. So he's not playing out a resource to deal damage with this, which means he has 2 spells in his hand, which is not good for us. Especially when we draw that. Alright, I'm going to play out 1 more and pass the turn since we have 3. This is one of the first games in a long time where I've said, oh, I just got a little bit too many shards, because we do. I've had 8 and 14 cards. Opponent's got gas in the tank. Oh god, mismatched Whirling Brutalizer? Have a little respect for yourself, opponent. So it doesn't have 1 cost damage cards. We're looking, I don't even think we have, we don't have Cleaves in my main deck. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll keep playing, but this game's basically over at this point. Like, we're spending our resources killing his dorks, so. I mean, one mirror is not a reason to play control, although the Blood Sapphire deck probably eats up his less tuned version. Like, Vampire Princesses, like, there's no way that he's going to be able to beat a more, you know, an efficient control deck. Yeah, we'll just call it a day. Maybe I'm supposed to wait and see more cards out of his deck there, but we're not winning that game. I could have collected more information, though, I suppose. I like Kiss. I like the Dark Spires. I like Burning Tendrils and Cleave. I don't like Ghostblade Duelist in these mirrors, because even a pseudo mirror, because if he just dies, he doesn't deal any points of damage. What am I supposed to cut here? Is it Arena Regular or the Brutalizer that's the cut? I almost feel like it's the Arena Regular. Brutalizer gets worse without Arena Regular and Ebony Pawn, though. So maybe it's just like split the difference and go down on both. I guess Cleave's only medium in this matchup, so maybe it's like be super non-committal and like trim one of each. I guess I could also just like trim 2 Arena Regulars and have 2. Yeah, I don't think I hate that. This card's just so good when it's good. And like even when it's not good, it's still pretty medium. I'm gonna give this a try. Am I supposed to draw? Real question. Real question. Am I supposed to draw? I'm gonna choose to go second. I think this matchup's more about a mass of cards as opposed to getting under each other. Like, we both have quite a bit of interaction for each other's troops, which are our best ways to deal lots of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I think these burns buy us enough time, and again, I just like if we're flooded on non-shards, I don't think that's a problem. He just asked in chat, is this game 2 or game 3? Because he's on the play. Okay. That's... Alright, so the fact that this doesn't make a resource we're gonna wait, he left this card in, which again I don't think is good in these mirrors, but you know, it's gonna get 1 point of damage, and if I would have had a ruby on 1, it wouldn't have done anything. There's an Arena Regular. Just, yeah, it was worth the EV just to throw the opponent off 110%. If we hit a shard this turn, it's a tough call if I want to wait to cleave or not. God, we hit a shard, so now I have to think about it. We're definitely playing this blood shard out. Do I take some points of damage to get to cleave his board? So, like, how much damage am I taking next turn? Let's assume he's activating this. This is probably dealing 2-4 to me. I have this infusion device. I kind of just want to use the cleave. Yeah, I'm just going to play the infusion device and pass. I think I want to wait to cleave since I hit the shard. I think if I didn't hit the shard there, I would 100% just like snap off the double burn, because there's no guarantee we get to play cleave. But since we're guaranteed to play cleave next turn, I'm just going to wait. The cleave's likely to have less targets later, though. By holding these burns in our hand, it's basically 6 damage pointed at his dome. Second Arena Regular. Okay, so we're taking not Crackling Vortex, please. Sweet. So we're taking 4, 5, 6. We have 3 life in the bank here, too. Oh, you know, so I've taken 2 extra points of damage here. I think now that he's played this out, this burn only does 1 extra point of damage. So I should have killed this in response to the Yotul activation. But he also should have activated his Yotul before playing this one. So if he takes the right line, I end up taking the same amount of damage there. But so I used a burn on that one there because do I want to activate this to deal 1 extra point? Yeah, I have plenty of charges at this point. Yeah, I'm just going to activate this and cleave through his board. Hey, Dino. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be. You've never subbed to this unbearded man before. Unbearded woman? Who knows? 11 out of 100 towards our next long stream. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. Does he have a burn? Okay, he doesn't have a burn, so we're just taking 3 from this. This is great. I think we're just crackling bolting this dork next turn. Let's see what we draw. Arena regular. Now I kind of want to burn it. Okay, so because I drew the arena regular, I'm going to burn it. I'm going to grab the 3rd blood threshold because we have a Dark Spire in our deck. I'm going to go ahead and burn. Actually, again, I'm going to wait. Coons with the 5-month resub. Awesome. I thank you for helping with the Paper Magic stream, Sam. I appreciate it. 12 out of 100. Make sure you two check out the Discord server that I linked the information to in the private message. Again, I'm just going to wait on the burn because this might encourage him to direct points of damage at my dome thinking he can race, and then I'll just burn it before he attacks. Yep, Yotul's fine. Shard, that's good. So only 2 more pieces of action in his hand. Blood infusion device, sure. So that's going to swing. These are going to negate each other, basically. He's going to activate this. I'm going to burn this in response. No, we're not dead. So I'm going to activate... How greedy... This is a question I oft have to ask myself. How greedy am I? So, activating the infusion device ensures we don't die next turn, basically, but he has to have 2 pieces of action, and his last card could have a shard in his hand. So I could activate Yotul, deal 2, deal 6. So this is 2, 8, 10, 16, and just 16 him. We know why we're here. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to 16 him. And just hope he doesn't kill us next turn. I suppose I could wait on the Brutalizer and just do 2-4 here. So if I do 2-4... Yeah, dead next turn anyways. Yeah, so 2-4 is 6. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should just do this. Yeah, this is right. So we could put him lower, but I don't think we're supposed to risk it. Let's put him to 6. He's still likely dead to this card. Shard kills my opponent next turn. Spell non-shard kills my opponent next turn. Actually, blood infusion device still kills him. Said GG. Am I dead? Is there something that can kill me from here? Seriously? Deal 2 damage. What? Wait. What? Wow. Just like super next leveled. Well, his configuration was really inefficient compared to ours, but